Good morning. Can you see my PowerPoint?
Yes, sir. Good morning,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Good morning.
Yeah. Can you all see?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Yeah. Do you have to wait? Only 22 participants, 21? Or can I start? Because of the time early or what? Can I start? Yeah. Any representative? Yeah. Tell me. Can I start? Hello. Can I start? Or we had to wait for 5 minutes?
Maybe you wait for 5 minutes, sir.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll do that. Okay. So send a WhatsApp message. Ask them to join quickly. Because only 23 there. Okay, we'll start now. Time 8:37. Let's start now. Good morning. Hope you are doing well. And now you all on a Vesak holiday and committing to attend the class. Thank you for. And we'll start the lectures. Today lectures will be on global marketing because we do with the international business. So you should know how to deal with different culture, different customer, different environment, So we discussed about in the past. Okay, different culture. Of course, that one little bit discussed, but I don't know whether I will have time to do it because I have two sections I have not necessarily covered. So political, economic, the best factors we discussed, and I sent you all article, and I have sent this also in advance because there was a request, so I sent it. So hope you all would have read it. So no issue in following the lectures. Okay. So today we are going to discuss about global marketing. As we are involved in the international marketing, it's cross the boundary, but not only one country, multiple countries. Say you go to Europe, you get 21 countries. If you go to UK, then different. So if you go to US, different. For Middle East, different. So the culture, maybe there are common, like I said that day, Dambro, when you Kerala, there are some commonalities. So they thought, then they went and developed now they become a lifestyle company, not a furniture company. It was the furniture company. Now they call a lifestyle. So they have developed themselves to suit the customers as well. They didn't sell what they have. They would have sold it earlier when they were selling to Sri Lanka. They thought they can go to Kerala because Kerala maybe a lot of people work in abroad. That's the culture, like Sri Lanka, because they work in a different district, not a district, region of the Sri Lanka, or they go to abroad, right? So they have little bit money, and because it was a socialist system, even though they are different, that almost that area, that particular region governed by a socialist party. So they do a lot of education, free of charge, everything available, not like Tamil Nadu, other place. You need to pay everything up to PhD. You can read on free of charge. Okay, Tamil Nadu and all very view university, but others you have to pay. Okay, but Kerala is different. So it almost like Sri Lanka. So that people are educated. The culture different, but they go abroad to earn. Right? Okay, agriculture they are, but they go. So then they come back, they will buy, but may not have much like rich. Okay, they are rich as well. They are huge, and you see they are very good in jewelry buying and all. So I'm talking about culture and their behavior. So so when you are entering, you will have different. So, but when the Umbro entering, it went as a furniture company. Now they call themselves as a lifestyle company. So they are developed. So you don't sell what you have, sell what customer would. So they are developed themselves as a lifestyle. When the lifestyle change, they serve to that particular line. Okay, the style what they change. So they are different, and you see even luxury they have. Okay, earlier it was a laminated furniture, now they are office furniture, then they are going to appliance. Okay, all this gone. So now we'll go to that next stage of that.
Mga babies, wala ko nakukuha niya. Nakukunin ko pa yung dog bowl nyo. Hintayin si mama. Ano nakakain? Huwag kayo magkuhan. Kahit ka na. Upo muna kayo dyan. Maglalagay muna si mama ha. Bago kakain, na very good yung mga babies ni mama eh. Cloud, stop yan. Okay, good ha. Hindi talaga sila kumukuha kasi naghihintay sila. Lahat po sila marunong talaga makinig kay mama. Kasi, tinuturuan na ni mama. Opo, para maging good listener. Please, hindi mo nakakain ha. Maglalagay muna si mama ng food sa dog bowl nyo. Kasi, magpe-pray muna tayo para makita nila na lahat talaga kayo masunurin. Nakikinig kay mama, diba? Bago kumain, salamat po sa araw-araw. I-guide you. Very good, baby.
How is animal very different? Instruction to eat, but you see how human.
Very good, babies.
حلاوة القسمة حلاوة القسمة
When you go to other countries, you should know about their emotion, how do they behave, how do they react. Do they respond or react? That's a two different word. If they are responding, is easy. If they are reacting, the damage is high. Okay, so you have to see their culture. Okay, culture, the behavior when you go to abroad. So the marketing is belonging to that. Here is the market waiting, and you can see. So that you can see. So we have discussed up to now introduction to IB, general framework, multinational enterprises, innovation company. I have merged it multinational and innovation because I do 2 lectures, but merge international function. That is the one of the import export we have discussed. Global marketing business analyst today because analysis is important. Like I said, the culture, behavior. So you have to analyze it before you get into the market. Okay. So environment we already discussed. National different pests. Culture we couldn't. But anyway, I talk about it a bit. Okay. So structure that we'll discuss. I have 2 more lectures. I don't know whether I have time to do regional integration. I may not. So then you don't study. Okay. So this is our target and this is our plan. So that the last week you all said it was not uploaded, but I don't know because I don't have access to the LMS as a visiting faculty. So here, this is the target. Anyway, each slide I have given in the first lecture I have given very detailed who will do what, myself and professor. So professor part and my part. So he will be talking after 2 more weeks later, probably from 19th July. He'll be starting the lecture, so you will learn the rest of the subject. Okay. Now you listen to this one of the leading international business and one of the richest person in India. Maybe he's in the this one as well. Mukesh Ambani. What is he talking?
Nobody has ever achieved anything big in business or in any walk of life without courage. Of course, whenever you do anything big, you do feel a little scared. But you've got to conquer fear to discover the hidden hero within you. My dearest Reliance family, once again, a very warm good evening to each and every one of you. Over the last 40 years, I have been very fortunate to lead Reliance. Everything I am today is because of Reliance. Everything I know today is thanks to Reliance. This evening, I want to share with you the most important lessons I have learned from my father during this phenomenal journey. The first lesson is courage, and I have seen it in a whole lot of you. Nobody has ever achieved anything big in business or in any walk of life without courage. Of course, whenever you do anything big, you do feel a little scared. But you've got to conquer fear to discover the hidden hero within you. With courage, with self-belief, and the can-do spirit, you overcome any adversity. Therefore, I want today's young leaders at Reliance to realize that achieving your potential is the quest of the ordinary. Conquering the impossible is your destiny. The second lesson I have learned is feel empathy. Empathy means caring and sharing with every human being in our organization and the world at large. The more we care, the higher we grow as human beings. I understand empathy as dil ki daulat. It is the wealth of your heart. The more you spend it on others, the more wealthy you become. The third lesson I have learned is to have absolute faith in technology and talent. In every business we have started, we have always embraced the latest technology and have attracted the best talent. When top technology and talent work together, they produce unbeatable creativity, innovation, and invention. Like my father, I value trust, loyalty, and a direct heart-to-heart relationship. As we enter Reliance's golden decade, I want to commend these learnings to the next generation of Reliance. The future of Reliance belongs to you. Today, you have a fabulous platform that will enable you to achieve multiples of what has been achieved by my generation. Friends, today, Reliance is a global leader in energy and materials, where operating safely is an obsession. And with Geo and retail, where we have established leadership position in India, we are customer obsessed. As we enter our golden decade, we at Reliance are in a unique position to accomplish what very few companies in the world can even dream of. And I have no doubt that the next generation of Reliance will make it a reality. Okay, yes, we can and we will. Yes, we can and we will. So let me say, sir, of these innovative new materials, yes, we can and we will. Partner, may good luck, Nita, Ish.
So now you can see how a leader, a world leader or international business leader will communicate and motivate and inspire, right? So you can see that how is he talking. And so like that, a Sri Lankan leader has become richest because he is in the international business. You all know that. Anyway, no video. Because one of the largest microfinance, not finance, microfinance company in the world, that is LOLC Finance. Okay, the LOLC group, but the finance company has become one of the largest microfinance, not a finance. Okay, so don't get confused. Microfinance company in the world. Okay, you name it, they have all the Africa, Indonesia, and all of the things. There was a story shared by them. An employee worked for a company and retired. Of course, he has a craft, the experience and craft, but he didn't have a house. Of course, these people went and financed him or gave a loan as a microfinance, and he started producing or making a cane share and he started building a house for him. So the success story of microfinance, and they're sharing other places. So I don't have that video with me, but anyway, I read in a paper. So that is for the international your brand building. Okay, Sri Lankan company like Dilma, there are other companies. So this company also build the brand on microfinance worldwide. Maybe they are in the other business as well, but microfinance they have built a story, success story. They are shared in their website. OT, I think daily FT or something. I read it. So like I told you, because that person retired, nothing. He didn't have a house even. So these people went and finance for their craft, the microfinance, not a finance, maybe a very, very low amount. So then you would have been able to buy the cane as a material, started building or making shares and the British. So that you see international business, how different the way you approach. Okay. So you can't go say, I want to buy a firm or something, but they went with the reasonable. They were in, they had in South Korea, or they sold it, I think. Then they have in Africa, because Africa is growing. World Bank is helping them to elevate the poverty. So they need microfinance. So you don't need to go and give only for the corporate. So there are business available. Okay, if you take Cargill's Bank in Sri Lanka, they are targeting their suppliers. Who are the suppliers? The farmers. The farmers don't have money to go to the bank, and bank will say come guarantee, warranty, and all other things. Okay. So what they do, they buy goods from the farmers and they advance for making cow, and from the milk they are buying for their Kotmale milk. Okay. So that you can the international business. So but here they went in out of the country. So went out across the country. Cargill is in the same case local, but here these people went to abroad, and there are a lot of places, a lot of countries, they have microfinance business. So you know that microfinance is a completely different business approach. Okay. So it is not that you have to be big and you have to go. Commercial bank as a banker, they went to do Bangladesh, is different. But you don't need to follow that. Okay. You have to see what your capability, what is the opportunity, can we exploit that opportunity. You can't say that following somebody else and go, we also will go to bank. One of the Sri Lankan bank went to India, couldn't do it. Okay, I can't name it. Okay,
Nobody
this is
is
our discussion last week. Okay, today discussion is about that. So hope you all can see that. Okay. There are 6 courses we discussed about international business function. Global rate we discussed last week. Production supply chain management. So I did it together because I do 2 lectures for MBA, but I have limited numbers given, so I did this. Okay. So what our discussion today, the third factor, global marketing. We'll study next week or week after the strategy management and the governance and the international finance management. I may not be able to read it as they teach you all. Okay. But you will learn it, but I don't know whether you are learning from the accounts of finance management or managerial finance. I don't know what is the name of the subject. So today discussion, what I put in green color, global marketing, this one. There are one more thing, HR. Okay, so you are learning HR. I don't know they teach you internal HR, but it's not a much. Of course, there are different culture, different people. I told you all I think last when I was starting how Nestle, how Unilever train their people, do cross posting. Say Sri Lankan go to India, Indian come to Sri Lanka. Say someday Indian go to Bangladesh or Indian go to Philippines. Like that, things happen because they learn cross-functional, cross-country managerial experience. Because when they become a CEO in other country, so because we take a Sri Lankan Nestle CEO is not a Sri Lankan, it's an outsider. I don't know where. So that not a Sri Lankan anyway. So that is without all these background and the account. Now we'll talk about what is global marketing. Global marketing is a strategic approach. Business employ and expand their reach and influence beyond domestic market. It involves identification and targeting potential customers. Like I said, LOLC targeted their microfinance. Dilma T. But you can't copy that and follow. You have to see what is your capability, what's the product you have, can we do it? Like the Ambro did it, they went to Kerala, they didn't go to Tamil Nadu or Delhi directly. Right? They did a lot of research. They would have done a business analysis. That's why in my heading also I put global marketing and business analysis. They would have done a lot of homework. Right? Desk research. Then subsequently they would have gone to field research. Okay? They would have seen Kerala and Sri Lanka, there are a lot of commonalities. There are differences. Okay, if you take in Sri Lanka, also 2 villages are not identically everything okay. There are commonalities. Okay, in Sri Lanka, people do research, market research done in Gambaha because I was told that it is a combination of 5 villages, right? So it represents the entire country of Sri Lanka. So they do market test or research in Gambaha. You can learn it in your marketing. If not, it's a message for you all. Okay, I can't go beyond that. And Sri Lankan companies, when they do research or marketing study, before they go for it, they do tests and study all in Gamba because it's a combination of 5 villages because 5 villages are different and they assume it is a representative of Sri Lankan population or Sri Lankan market. So that's what they do. So that here also you should have that background information when you go there, whether Sri Lanka, if we are producing in Sri Lanka, whether we have a commonality in other countries. If not, what are the differences? Do we have to do any adaptation? Okay, we discussed last week. Okay. So that all we have to see that. Specifically, we focus on how marketing analysis, R&D, reform, that's how they will reduce, I have already told. Okay. This includes distribution strategy because what you are delivering in Sri Lanka, that's something different. Okay. So that you have to understand when you go to global market. So introduction, some here and there, I have taken some cut pieces for you all. What is marketing? So if you don't know basic knowledge, have you all studied marketing management? Or it's in this semester? Please respond. Are you studying marketing management now or you all have covered last semester?
This semester.
Okay. So you will now you are in a current knowledge. So I don't need too much. Anyway, I have some summaries, some this one. What is marketing? Market is the process of identifying, creating, communicating, and delivering value to the customer. That's why I said, don't sell what you have, sell what the customer wants. If you do want to do that, you have to identify and create a product to that and communicate, have it. Like Tata did it. There are also ladies or household wives having a problem of salt sticked into their hand. So Tata came out with crystal salt. So you have to keep solution. The business is solution. The problem is an opportunity for marketer or a businessman. So you should understand that's the marketing. No need to have a jargon and all. Simple understand. So market is a process of identifying, creating, communicating, and delivering. I wanted the product the salt does not stick to the hand. So they gave a solution. So you would have seen they were with Iodex this one, they created this one, and they become number one in India. Okay. So, but earlier it was a product, you would have learned into economics. It is a perfect elastic product. Okay, whether you increase the price or reduce the price, nothing, the demand won't change. But now it has been branded as a normal, so there is not a base, even though it's a basic need. But people are buying different, and there are available brand, different brand. But Tata created that as a number one brand in India. By doing that, I showed you 2 videos. One is on this solution, other one is they were using a scaring approach to say if you don't have our salt, you will get some disease. Okay, so I can't remember what is the disease. So I'm not a medical person or something. Okay. So that you should know that. It encompasses a wide range of activity from understanding customer need, what they need. I said that is why sell what the customer want, don't sell what you have. So customer need to promoting and distributing products or service. So you should know. This is a simple marketing discuss. Ultimately, marketing aims to build profitable relationship. You don't do service or you are not what you call charity, because still the profit, expecting profit. But don't expect profit and do, but you do correctly, the profit will come. Okay. So profitable relationship with the customer, because you have to make sure that he comes for second buy. Then if he comes for third buy, then you are branded the product. If you buy first, it's a sale. Second is a repeat purchase. And if you come for third time, so you are branded. So you are success. So third time is a success. So if you do wrong after that, then problem. But then at least you are branded, their repeat purchase come. First sale, second repeat purchase, third, that means they are familiar with the brand, they like the brand, they are coming. So ultimately market aims to build a profitable relationship. Okay. So we get something and you get something. Because Tata gave a non-stick salt, a crystal salt. The housewife also happy. No need to have a cloth to wipe every time. Okay, so that's go back to the video. I don't know the video recording, what's the day, first day or second day, I don't know. Oh, go back and check it. Okay, so if what I'm talking with the previous lectures, but I can't bring a kind video, then I don't have time to do that. So ultimately, marketing aims to build a profitable, whether it's a Sri Lanka, whether it's a domestic, or whether it's a abroad. The basic philosophy of the marketing is there. And create a value for all stakeholders. There are other stakeholders observing you. You deal with the customer, other stakeholders, government, authorities, like you are in the World Trade Organization, you are in the international trade, right? Custom watching, right? So there are a lot of other stakeholders. Okay, I have put here. Who are the stakeholders? So you know, you would have studied in the marketing management or in the management process and or something that you are subject you are learning. So interest in marketing stakeholders are individual, group who are interested in or affected by the company activity, maybe competitors, government. These can be broadly categorized into internal shareholders. There are internal shareholders and such as employee management and all. And external shareholders are customer, supplier, government, and communities, the society at large, and international market. So you should know that we discuss about internal, external, this one. So then we discuss, I don't know whether I discussed with you all about stakeholder mapping. So otherwise you will learn into marketing management. So stakeholder mapping, I thought I discussed with you. I don't know the change, I can't remember. Right? Understanding these diverse stakeholders and their need is the crucial. So this slide is giving about. So stakeholders, who is your customer, who are the stakeholders? Are they same as Sri Lanka or domestic? So these are the things you have to do in the global market. Okay, domestic marketing you do and you would have been success. But you have to see now, are they comparably same or different? If it is what different, do we have to adapt our product? Do we have to change our product? These are the things you have to do it before go to the launch of live marketing. So Domino Marketing does it. Okay. Pioneered pizza delivery. It took home the United States. Open bus that of course not required for you all. Makes order convenient and continually adds new ways to order. So they made it a platform. US market saturated. Most of openings are outside the US. Okay, so they went into it. 3,000 new store announced global 2,000. Okay, located. So they went into that because of that one. There's no option. They had to go to abroad. Right. Happy to have found an edge in the social media. So they started using social media. Even Sri Lanka, they came recently after Pizza Hut was doing well. They came recently. Of course, the Sri Lankan operation owned by an Indian operation. Maybe Indian Domino will be using it. Adjust in Japan, where pizza is seen as an upscale food. So you have to see who is consuming your product. So there, Japan is the pizza is a upscale. So high-end people, fast-moving. Okay, then your price will be different. So you can't do costly receipt there. So you have to do a lot of additional service. What are the things? Okay. So so you can't is the even though same product when you go to Japan is treated as an upscale product or upscale food item. So then when you're serving your outlet should be very high class, like a hotel. I don't know. I have not seen that, but they are talking about it. Okay. Domino leverages a combination of global standardization and local adaptation. So we discuss about that. Okay. In its international marketing approach, Open leverages a global local strategy. Okay. Global and local. So they have to use the word local strategy. This involves maintaining core brand element because there are elements in the core, so you can't change it, right? But tailoring specific aspect of the local as well as local, including menu item. Like I said, in India, they remove beef and some other thing from the Indian McDonald's outlets because they believe killing and eating beef in Sri Lanka same, but then I don't know. But India because most of the region Hindus live a lot, so the government has put as a standard. So no, Domino has to go with McDonald's has to go with that one. So they remove from their menu. So that maybe if a foreign customer come, so then they are that in influence of Sri Lanka, the Indian community and the size is bigger than the visitors. So they went with the localization. Domino focus on strong delivery based business model, leveraging online delivery. So online delivery because they get orders and they will deliver. Okay. Master franchising, they start for franchising. Okay. Localized menu, that summary advertising, targeted marketing, like in Japan, it was high scale. Emphasis on delivery. So delivery is important because I don't know whether you all know that when Pizza Hut came to Sri Lanka, maybe you all are not born that time, right? They said if you come to our place, if you don't get your lunch, normally they thought as a lunch that time. Okay, if a officer come and you come to eat, and if you don't get your meals within 10 minutes, you will be given free of charge, and it is charged from the employee just to make the culture. Because Sri Lankan that they don't do it, no. So we have always feel urgent, no. Same thing everywhere, no. So, but to make the culture, Yon Gills, it was owned by Yon Gills Holding PLC, Pizza Hut. Of course, now I don't know who's on that time. So they created a new things. Okay, if you don't deliver, and that will be charged from the employee. Okay, that no one knows, but it was a success. That's why they said you are there to work. Customer is the king. But we had to make a profit. So we are delivering with a profit now. Because we are delivering within 10 minutes or 20 minutes. Say, if you deliver in 10 minutes, your table is free for next customer. There are profit. Okay. Instead of serving one customer, you might be able to serve two customers. So they had all these things, and that Visaga did it. It was owned by John Gates, not now. They have sold it to somebody now. I don't know who's operate now. Okay, brand building, that time they did very well, adapting to the local regulation. That is the KFC as a washroom plus different some meals also came, right? So in combining global brand recognition with the local adaptation, Domino has successfully expanded its reach to establish itself as a leading pizza chain in numerous international markets. So you have to be that way. That's why a simple word is don't sell what you have, sell what the customers. That is local, right? So now I've been talking now that's a marketing term, but here. So up to now, if you have any question, I didn't go to theory yet. I'm only bringing the background of the global marketing. Please ask question. You are studying already in your marketing management, so you are currently the knowledgeable. But if you have any question about the example or the contents I have discussed up to now, please clarify if required. Hello? No clarification? Okay, good. Okay, what is marketing?
Marketing. We hear about it a lot on social media, podcasts, YouTube, and blogs. Words like digital marketing, e-com, direct marketing, email marketing, social media marketing. So what exactly is it? Well, if you look it up on Google, the definition is the action or business of promoting and selling products or services, including market research and advertising. According to the American Marketing Association, marketing is the act, set of institutions, and process of creating, communicating, delivering, and presenting an exchange of offers that have value for clients, co-partners, and the society itself. So in layman's terms, marketing is the process of communicating to clients and customers a solution to their problem. Basically, marketing is a way for you to show the value of your product or services to the right clients that could use them. Now, there are two major types of marketing, traditional and modern. Now, traditional marketing is probably what you'd think of when you look at a billboard on a highway, or you see an ad on TV, or you hear an advertisement on the radio. Traditional marketing is typically a spray and pray type of marketing where you basically send out a message to millions of people knowing full well that only maybe a few thousand or even less might be interested in your product. Oftentimes, the focus of traditional marketing is not so much getting sales, but building brand awareness. Now, traditional marketing is still incredibly important, but there's two major problems with it. One, it's almost impossible for you to track your ROI or return on investment. And two, you're typically paying to show your marketing to a bunch of people who absolutely don't need to see it at all. And this is why over the last 20 years, with the rise of the internet and social media, you've seen a steady decline in traditional marketing and the rise of the second one we're going to talk about, which is modern marketing. Modern marketing focuses more on knowing what customers want and need and then delivering that exact product to them. The most common form of modern marketing is known as digital marketing. And with digital marketing, you're able to identify the exact customers that need your product and show your ads only to them. And then you're able to track your return on investment down to the dollar. Some common types of digital marketing are going to be SEO or search engine optimization, SEM or search engine marketing, email marketing, social media marketing, and affiliate marketing. As you can imagine, digital marketing is one of the most valuable skills that you can learn, whether you're trying to be an employee, a freelancer, or own your own business. And if you're interested in learning more about digital marketing, my friend Seth, who's taught thousands of people how to get jobs in digital marketing as well as become freelancers, did put together a free masterclass which I'll put down in the description as well as in the comments below.
Pizza
You can also check out
fails?
interviews I've done with
Slow
people who
delivery?
have landed careers in digital.
Wrong toppings? Nope, not at Domino's. While other pizza chains were clinging to 90s nostalgia and gimmicks, Domino's quietly pulled off one of the most jaw-dropping marketing comebacks in fast food history. But here's the real question. Was it a masterclass in strategy? Or just a lucky break that went viral at the right time? The disaster. Rewind to 2009. Domino's wasn't just struggling, it was the butt of late-night talk show jokes. Customer reviews were brutal. People called their crust like cardboard, and their sauce basically ketchup. Social media was starting to explode, and every bad review had the potential to be screenshotted and shared endlessly. Sales were tanking. The brand image was stale. And with competitors like Pizza Hut and Papa John's eating into market share, Domino's was losing the pizza war badly. Then, they did something nobody expected. Something that, at the time, sounded like corporate suicide. They admitted their pizza sucked. On national television, Domino's launched the Pizza Turnaround campaign, an ad series showing real footage of customers trashing their food, with executives nodding along and saying, "Yep, we hear you." They promised to start from scratch. New crust, new sauce, new cheese, new everything. A billion-dollar company openly telling the "we messed up" was unheard of. It was either insanity or a stroke of genius. Spoiler: it worked. In the first quarter after the campaign launched, same-store sales shot up by 14%, the biggest jump in the company's history. The Domino's Playbook. Domino's turnaround wasn't just about fixing the pizza. They rewrote the rules of fast food marketing. Rule number 1: embrace the failure. Most companies run from criticism, but Domino's ran toward it with open arms. By showing the bad reviews on TV, they made themselves relatable. They positioned themselves as the underdog who was willing to own mistakes. And customers rewarded them for it. Rule number 2: tech over tradition. While Pizza Hut was busy pushing new crusts and novelty toppings, Domino's bet the farm on technology. They launched an ordering app before most competitors had even considered it. They introduced the Pizza Tracker so customers could watch their order move from prep to delivery. They even allowed people to order a pizza by texting a single emoji. This wasn't about food anymore. It was about frictionless convenience. Domino's understood that in the age of smartphones, ease beats taste for a huge chunk of the market. Rule number 3: gamble big. Domino's didn't shy away from wild promotions. Free pizza if your NFL team won. Delivery to the top of ski slopes. Drone drop-offs in New Zealand. Even testing self-driving delivery cars. These stunts weren't just marketing. They were shareable moments designed for the internet era. Every crazy promotion got headlines. Every headline brought in curious customers, and every customer was one app notification away from ordering again. The controversy. Here's where it gets interesting. Is Domino's actually making great pizza now? Or are they just incredible at making you think they are? Critics still say Domino's is fast food pizza, consistent, cheap, and good enough, but never gourmet. And Domino's seems perfectly fine with that, because their real product isn't pizza. It's speed, convenience, and branding. They're selling a system, not a slice. They've mastered the art of being the default choice, the one you tap on your phone without thinking twice. And it's paying off big time. Today, Domino's operates over 20,000 stores worldwide, rakes in billions annually, and dominates delivery in markets across the globe. They've beaten legacy rivals, not by out-cooking them, but by out-marketing and out-innovating them. The big lesson. The Domino's turnaround proves something every business owner should understand. Owning your flaws can be more powerful than hiding them. By leaning into the criticism, they took control of the narrative. By betting on tech before their competitors, they locked in customer loyalty. And by turning promotions into viral events, they stayed relevant in a crowded market. Next time you hit that Order Now button for a late-night Domino's run, ask yourself, are you buying a pizza? Or are you buying into one of the greatest marketing tricks in fast food history? Either way, you're probably getting both. Hit like if you've ever fallen for it. And subscribe for more real business
So
breakdowns.
these two videos would have given what is marketing, what is modern and local market, the traditional marketing. Now how to admit your mistake and communicate to the customers in the foreign market, and how Domino got back to the business or turn around the business. So it's a little bit long, but still I wanted you to watch. Hope you would have watched and learned. So that's the story of that one. Okay. Global market is a business analytics, intervene, discipline, crucial navigating and complexities of the modern interconnected world. You all know that, right? So that strategical extending company reach beyond domestic and all that we discussed. So for your reading purpose. Two field allow the business identify global opportunities, tailor strategies. So like what is, if you are go back and watch that Domino's this one, how difficulties and went abroad, and what is the traditional marketing and the modern marketing. If you see combine both, you will get lot of ideas. Okay, that's why they brought the video. It's not that I'm showing just a video because my approach is different than I don't teach theory. I teach, but different way. So the communication strategy I use this way. I hope you all are learning. If not, you all can tell, but you all never talk to me back. Always say yes and oh, but anyway, this is the approach I use for adults. Bring in the practicality and then talk about theory. Okay. So what is global marketing? You can see the picture. The global marketing undertakes the marketing activities more than one nation. So same thing, 4Ps or 7Ps. Okay. Product, price, place, promotion. I don't read Paul, but I'm saying global marketing also same. So you do in the local marketing the 4Ps or 7Ps. Service 7Ps and product 4Ps. Product, place, price and promotion. Okay. So nothing changed. But there are other pests that is uncontrollable. You have to understand that. This price, place, promotion, you can. It's an internal, you can control it. But there are pests you can't control. The performance of business to decide to the plan price of that you do it. But how your competitor doing it, so you can't. Okay. Each foreign market presents different problem involving uncontrollable element I talk about. There is a great opportunity, a variety of foreign environmental factors to deal with. That's the best. So please, if you don't understand or follow me, please stop me and ask the question. Okay. I learned to teach you all or it is a speech city bit slow. Hope I am meeting your requirement. If not, still I can do it. So please talk to me and say it still I am speed, stop. And further, if you don't understand any of my talking, please stop and ask. Because I assume, because it's online, I can't see you all, what you are listening or what you face. Okay, if it is a physical class, I can see it and then I can. But here I am assuming, if no one stop me or disturb, I'll go to the next slide. Okay. So if you don't know what is 4Ps, 7Ps, you have to ask me. So if you don't question, I assume that you are learning the marketing, you know. So I'm talking relating to the international marketing or global marketing, this one. Okay. So I told you to type up this one, controllable, uncontrollable. Marketing strategies, diversity to the preferences, so that you know that. Unique characteristics, the involving the quantitative marketing activities of board with the adapting and unique characteristic. Previously, only the big players mature. So now earlier, if you are not big enough, you can't go to. But now, with this technology, that is why the video talking about what is marketing, technology is important. Okay. So previously, only the big players is mature industries utilize these approaches, demand massive sources. So now not much. Okay. You can do it from your digital media. You can go through Facebook, social media, or you can go to some other. And even I was told now in Sri Lanka itself, through Facebook, they can target a particular area and do advertisement. So that only that people can see. Of course, others see that, but it's focused. So that Facebook has that sort of facility. I don't know that you're unaware. I was told now, right? So if they are to do so, the people who are in that region, this particular week, this one goes so that you can focus, right? However, the advent of the W, the World Web, this one, reach the improved all SME small mediums that I have told can now do global marketing. So there are two examples is put there. Okay, so no need to be so big enough to invest a lot of money and going abroad and doing it. But if you have a dealer, so you can do, or the online, you can use your courier. Okay, provided you are strong enough and you are genuine enough, the product is reached by, second by, third by, then you can do it. So that is a big task. Okay, global marketing, there are, I told you all, controllable, uncontrollable is there. Okay, global and local and global is there, the fixed source. Okay. The global market environment encompasses all external forces or factors outside the organization control that influence it. So that I have told. Global is the process of planning, creating the same definition we discussed 5 slides back or something. Okay, worldwide market. What is the market definition? Oh, AMA, American Market Association edition. So okay, you may read it. Starting with the market in UK as well. Okay, they won't be much different. Maybe they will have a few different in two definition. Okay, it is shaped by a strategic balance between controllable and uncontrollable. What is controllable? Intercompany decision, internal company. So price, place, promotion, you can decide as a marketing manager or a board of director or marketing director. You can decide. Okay, I want to cut the price, but you have to be practical enough whether price is affordable by the customer. Or like Japan, if you go and say, okay, I can make it 100 rupees, but if the buyer think, if the consumer think, I should pay 100 to 200 rupees, if you say price and they think as a cheap and they don't take your product. So because that is treated as an upscale product. So you have to maintain that one. Your price should be there, same thing. So that anyway still price, place, promotion and product are internal factors are controllable. But they are external factors, uncontrollable. Philip Kotler often say father model that you all know that. Hope you have, as you all have started talking, you would have learned it. Define interest of marketing is the application of marketing principle across national borders that you all know. His framework emphasizes company must balance standardization and adaptation. Okay, are you going to adapt it or standardize or adapt to navigate diverse economic because the different countries, political and cultural this one. So you have to see like Coca-Cola standardized most of the things. Okay, but some company Nestle they have a standard this one, but they customize the local. That is called local. Okay. So global marketing. Kotler established the process of intelligence and broken into down into series of co-decision. The global marketing decision process. Okay, adapt to versus. So global market decision process, market assessment. You have to do it. Market selection is the process of mode of entry. How do you go? Are we going to direct export? Are we going to license? Are we going to joint venture? Okay, we'll discuss about that entering development, this one in detail, but yeah, I'm just still telling. Okay, the final class. So the next week we'll discuss about entering into developed versus emerging market. There are two types of market in the economies. One is developed market, other one is emerging. Okay, India, China and all are emerging market. When you go to UK or USA, it's a developed market. But two different type of customers or kinds of customers. So that's the purpose of that we've discussed. But market assessment, analyze the global rate system, evaluate the market risk, identify the opportunities. We said there are a lot of political, legal, environmental issues are there. So you have to do assess the market. Then market selection, deciding which foreign market to enter at criteria like potential sales, growth rate. Okay, then we have to see whether where we are going to be, which market, who is our customer, okay, what is the growth rate of the customer, who is the competitor existing there, so can we for compete, okay, wherever Pepsi or Coca-Cola goes, Pepsi follow, or if Pepsi entered bus, Coca-Cola follow, because they are very competitive always, because they are in the cola market, both are, okay, that's happened, okay, mode of entry, choosing the best strategy for entry the new country and ranging from direct to indirect or licensing or joint venture, whatever I have all told. Marketing program adaptation. How are we going to do that? Okay, how do we implement our plan? Product price as internal control factor so that you can decide. Organization structure. What is the structure? Are we going to have a department in Sri Lanka as a marketing department or export department? Okay, or you go for a separate company there, or are you going to have a distributor there I am selling, or you are own like that one. Okay, so your organization structure differ. Standardize to adapt, right? So that's the second thing. Co-globalization drivers. What are the drivers of why we are in the business of globalization? Why go? Companies usually driven expansion for several key reasons. Market saturation, so local market is saturated. We can't. If you take a case of Maliban, we have 22 million customers, right? So we have so many biscuit or confectionery manufacturers. So then you can only target or you can reduce the price, and is the price cut is something like controllable. But anyway, you can sell maximum 20 billion. But if you go to India, they can reach 1.5 billion out of is more than the Sri Lankan total population. So they are entered through Reliance India, right? So that you have to see market saturation can be a reason for export. So that you have to see what is the reason we are in the process of entering other or crossing the border. Growth opportunity. Are we looking for a growth? Okay, fast growth, you may add. Okay, risk. Okay. Risk diversification. Okay, now we are saying that during the COVID, we are not a papa. But if sometimes you can export and wait, if the buyer will, the distributor will take care of your goods. If you are having a distributor, then they can. Okay. So these are the three things you have to discuss, see it when you are going the global marketing decision process. Assess the market select the market, mode of entry, market program adaptation. Are we going to customize, standardize or adapt it? What is the organization structure? Are we going to have in our company a separate subsidiary for export, or you are going to have an export marketing department or export department? So standardize to adapt. Why are we going? Okay, is that our market is saturated or growth, or are we going for a reducer result? These are the things you have to do a lot of studies before you go into the global market. Global market is a global or local standardization. Okay. Global marketing approach is an international business involves strategically planning, so that okay. Approach is built to consistent brand. I told sell. So build a consistent brand. So that is important image. Approach of global marketing, standardize, plan global, localization, globalization, or global branding. So these are the three approach you can use it. Standardize, localize, or global branding. So if you use this one of the approach, you can't have all three, but you can use it for different countries. Okay. So but when you're going international, you have to use that. Okay. Some country you can use your product same, some country you have to go localize. But Nestle has their philosophy, they do localize for the country because that is their strategy. Because even though they are number one food brand is one, but they customize for local taste. So be carefully considering these aspects and approaches. Business can be effectively navigate the complexities of global market. The global market is a very, very complex. You would have seen what we are discussing. And success international market. Okay. Please question, because I didn't get anyone question. If you have any doubt, please stop me and ask. Otherwise, I'm seeing 100% success in my teaching. I don't know. Do you have any question, please?
Not yet.
Okay, good. So definition of marketing. You would have learned it, but anyway, I already shared with you all American Association of Marketing, American Marketing Association, AMA, or Chartered Institute of Marketing. There's another division that is from UK. Okay. Marketing defined, marketing encompasses the wide range of activities designed to identify, anticipate. Remember the word underline. What happened to Nokia? They did anticipate. They thought we are good and they are buying so many pieces. Why should we change? So they did anticipate or predict what the future customer wanted or future need. They only identify the current needs. So they are happy and stuck with, and lethargic didn't do. So marketing emphasizes a wide range of activities designed to identify, anticipate, and satisfy. Only you doing it. It's a continuous process. Remember that. You have to read, understand, listen carefully. Anticipate. So Nokia failed, iPhone, Steve Jobs, analyze and see, okay, even though Nokia success, there may be a room for someone else. So he did it. He found young generation want a touch phone with a wider screen. So he removed the physical key, developed a screen, touch. So when it's not touch, you can see a wider screen. Okay, there is one advantage. I don't know about all the technical. Okay, now they are doing iPod, iPad, iPhone. Now iPhone is coming every. So they are continuously anticipating the niche market and the releasing new version every 6 months. Okay. So marketing encompasses a wide range of activities designed to identify, anticipate, and satisfy customer need. Not the current need, even future needs. While achieving, of course, everything you do, but there's an objective for a reasonable profit. Not abnormal, you would have learned into economy. Reasonable profit. Key aspects include understanding customer need. I have been talking. Develop product and service. We discussed in that one how to develop, and there are develop that all we discussed. Pricing. Okay. So you do it, decide the price. Promotion. Distribution. So these are the things you have to consider in your marketing and the marketing definition. Okay. You should anticipate. Don't start like Nokia did it. Nokia failure was, we are selling and we are success 1.5 billion pieces every 55 seconds, not even minute. I'm talking of 55 seconds. It is less than a minute. So they thought we are successful. What is the, who can beat us? But Steve did it, future anticipation, and identified a new product, launch and capture. Same way, Samsung simultaneously did, and Samsung was the company picking all the market. Of course, the iPhone went in a different selective niche market. Samsung went in a inclusive marketing to capture, and they went into 40%. They went into they went down to 7 or some percent. I showed you all, I think, some pictures in the past lectures. So please go back. Whenever I tell example, you have to go back to the previous lectures and see. You to get a knowledge if you want it. Okay. So marketing definition here, Chart Institute of Marketing, American Institute of this one, and Philip Kotler, and Learn Marketing Net. Okay, there are 4 definitions. I'm not going to read it, but you can. You can read it for your knowledge. So I shared a picture. Definition of global marketing. Now we are coming about, of course, there won't be much change, but there is some word included to emphasize what is the complexities and what is the process you are following in the global marketing. Global marketing is the process of identifying certain needs, customers across different countries, different cultures. Okay, that's important. Different countries and different culture. So it involves adapting product. We discussed in the production last week. Okay, so I don't ask me how to do adapting the product. Okay, we discussed product readiness, production readiness, all we discussed. Okay, so the lectures are interrelated, and I have given even advance, so you should have read it. Hope you have already read it. Okay, because there was a request from Hasini, and students are asking, can you? So I did it in advance. So I work with the requirement, and so who is your customer? My customers are you all, our learning partners. Okay, it involves adapting product, marketing messages. Okay, what's the problem? And distribution strategies to resonate with the specific international audience. The audience are international, not a domestic. So key aspect. Market research you should do. Localization, global branding. Okay, if you take Toyota going to India, they are already known brand. Okay, they are imported. So now they know, it is clear. They are going to setting a factory. Okay. Market entry strategies. You have to see how we are going to do strategy. Okay, not entry mode. 2 different. We'll discuss later. Entry modes are different from strategies. So there are 4 strategies are there. We'll discuss about that. What I'm talking about export and all are called entry mode or option. But market strategy, there are 4 strategies we study. Don't get confused. Okay, we'll study later. Increase revenue, profit by expanding into new market. Reduce line. So even the definition is consists of that. But when you do that, this all will come. Competitive advantage reaching by customers. Okay. Access to new technology and resources. So it involves recognizing global opportunities. So we know that there is something. So adapting diverse market, managing cultural differences, coordinating marketing. So it is different. Of course, you are doing almost the same, but there are a little bit things different than because you do with the in Sri Lanka one type of thing. When you go to international, when you are doing more than 3 countries, okay, one country, second country, then 3 countries, then you get a different culture. Unless otherwise you have found the market combination of commonalities. Even there are differences, but then you see whether the impact of the difference is high on your business and the marketing, then you have to do localization. Hope that may be the reason Nestle will always do or does localization. Okay. Key aspect of global marketing further. So I have put here what they discussed there in detail. Okay. Market instead is choosing the most effective way to enter new market as such as exporting, franchising, licensing. Okay. Key difference between global and international marketing. While often interchangeably, global marketing is an international marketing. There's a small difference. Global marketing is often emphasizes on standardization approach. If you have more than 10-15 countries normally do, the companies do standardization easy because otherwise producing 10 type of product is difficult unless there are legal and other requirements. International marketing is maybe you go for that one. So focus on adapting market. So you can go for adapting. But you are not known to the world and other things. So you do that. Okay. If you take a Toyota, someday they will change very, very rare. They change the format unless there's a requirement. Right? Say when you go to Europe, you will have a left hand driving. When you come to Asia, right hand. So that sort of thing there. Otherwise, Toyota is Toyota, engine is same. Of course, the wheel is right hand or left hand. Okay, that sort of thing I can give an example. Okay, in essence, global marketing is a broader, more strategic approach that acknowledges interconnectedness that you have to understand. It is not isolated. Okay, the world. While international marketing involves practical application of marketing principles in different countries. Okay, so this is for reading purpose. So that I am not going to read. So domestic marketing, which one global marketing involved, the 4 P's, so that you can read it. Domestic marketing 4 P's are product, price, place, promotion. As you are studying marketing, I don't need to repeat. It comes sometimes boring because you are a marketing expert. I am only an international business person, not a marketer. Okay. So I'll skip. If required, I'll teach, but anyway, I don't need to teach again, confused. So you know basic knowledge of marketing, you are following. So I'm relating that to the international business. Global marketing is product requires adapting. So we discussed about last product readiness. Okay, so you know what is it and so adapting. Price. Okay, the currency and all of the things you have to see, account by change rate, tariff, price. Okay, now see whether you like it or not, you have to buy a Toyota car, but same price, very cheaper in India. Okay, right? Even if you take Range Rover, cheap in India. Why? They buy in local and no 300% tax in Sri Lanka. Of course, that is also natural and justified by the government because if you allow, all the people will buy Range Rover. No? Okay, so people who have money only buying and the reserve goes. So that's why they are charging 300% tax or something. Okay. Place, the distribution change. And very complex. Promotion, you had to use, we discussed some example, right? Nike had a problem in, I think, Saudi Arabia or some country because they are a culture and religion. So you are very careful whether it's a social media, then you have to see where this social media platform is accessible. So then we have to be very careful. The ad should not appear in some other part of the region. Okay, so very careful when you are the digital marketing. So that's the different local and international or global marketing. On internal controllable factors, that is product, price, place, promotion. Any question, please ask. If not, I'll go to the next slide. Okay. What is the global marketing? So we discussed about what is marketing, then Domino's marketing. Now I'm bringing a video about what is global marketing. Then there is a small video on the two difference, domestic and so that you should understand. But first we are going to see about global marketing.
What is global marketing? Global marketing involves planning, producing, placing, and promoting a business's products or services in the worldwide market. There is much more to global marketing than simply selling goods and services internationally. It is the process of conceptualizing and subsequently conveying a final product or service around the world. Global marketing is a specialized skill. If marketing professionals do their job properly, they can catapult their company to the next level. Several different global marketing strategies are possible. Which one to implement depends on the company's target area. For example, what to include in the menu of a fast food restaurant in Europe will be different from one in the Far East. In the past, global marketing was mainly the domain of multinational corporations. However, since the emergence of the internet and e-commerce, even small firms can reach customers across the world. If you have a small firm that makes software apps, you can market your products across the world today. If your company is in Canada, for example, you can sell to people in the USA, Europe, Asia, and other parts of the world. For both consumers and producers, the internet means that the whole world is within virtually everybody's reach. Global marketing is especially relevant for products and services that have universal demand. For example, food is a product with universal demand. Everybody needs and buys food. Insurance is an example of a service with universal demand, as every country in the world has people and businesses that need and buy insurance. Thank you for watching this Markets Business News
So
video.
now you have got idea
on
about
global
marketing earlier. Then we talk about Domino's just to get idea on that. Now we discuss about, seen the video or watch the video on what is global marketing. Now I have a small clip you to see what is the difference between global and domestic marketing. Watch carefully. It's only a text. There is no helpful for your final examination sometime. Okay. Market scope, key differences, domestic and single market, summarizing. Cultural, global, crucial for success. Product adaptation. Okay. Distribution channel, simpler. So that way, same video, but I am summarizing if you can't read it or if you can't remember. Okay. In essence, global market is a more complex and nouns endeavor that requires a deep understanding of diverse international market and willing to adapt strategies to adapt is important. That's why. Okay. Achieve success. Okay. This is a simple summary of the video, that small music video, not a voice, sound. Okay. So it's a 4 piece of marketing. You all know, but anyway, you need to know in the international marketing or business as well. The 4 piece of marketing, the marketing mix that you know, the 4 piece. These are the factors that involved in introducing and is controlled by you. Okay. How does the marketing mix? Or how do you mix that? Okay. Since the 4 P's were introduced in 1950, more 4 P's are because that one mix including people, process. So that is the 3 things added for service. A marketing mix. It was introduced by 4B, the Professor Jerome McCarthy. Okay. So that I don't want to read. Okay, products, and so that you would are learning the marketing anyway. As a host recommend, I am also putting a slide so that I don't need to read. So you can read it for your knowledge purpose. Okay. So what is marketing mix? There's a video. Hope you would have learned it. If not, please listen carefully. Listen as well as watch carefully. What is Poppies marketing? There are 2 videos. It has a different content. Of course, the meaning is one. So for your learning purpose, I have 2 videos.
The marketing mix. It's a combination of the 4 P's: product, price, promotion, and place. When we talk about product, we mean things like the quality of the product, the design, the packaging it's sold in, and the brand. Price not only refers to the retail price, but also any discounts. Do you accept payment plans? Are there any specific credit terms if the customer has to borrow money to buy your product? Promotion deals with any advertising. Personal selling. Are there salespeople? Public relations, emails, anything that gets the word out. Place. Do you have a retail location or a storefront? Do you deliver? Can the product be downloaded? Basically, all distribution methods. Let's say you want to sell hamburgers. Great, but first you need to know your target market. Who are you going to sell hamburgers to? Well, hello there. Your target market will affect your 4 P's. In this case, you'll want a very high-end hamburger. Consider a product that features truffles, which are super expensive stinky mushrooms. Oh, that sounds delightful. You're going to have to charge a lot because your cost will be high. $25. A good promotion might be an advertisement in Fancy Pants magazine. And a perfect place to sell the hamburger would be at the Polo Club. Okay, but what if we have a different target market? What about this guy? Peace man. This marketing mix won't work for him. Consider a vegetarian burger. You won't be able to charge much. You may even have to loan him money. Thanks, dude. Including good karma fries will encourage him to spread the word. And selling them in a public park would be a good idea. Okay, but what about this target market? Arrgh. Again, we should adapt the marketing mix. He spends a lot of time at sea, so waterproof packaging would be a good idea. He doesn't have any cash, but has plenty of goats on board. Who doesn't love a free Viking helmet? Ooh. And you'll need to deliver. So there you have it. The 4 P's make up the marketing mix: product, price, promotion, and place.
So you would have got idea practically how do your product three example. Okay, rather than I explain, I got a right correct video for you all. That is my approach. Okay. Now you can see here.
Hello everyone, welcome to Business School 101. Marketing mix is a general phrase used to describe the different kinds of choices organizations have to make during the process of bringing a product or service to market. A marketing mix often refers to the 4 Ps: product, price, placement, and promotion. It was first expressed in 1960 by Dr. Edmund Jerome McCarthy, an American marketing professor. Since then, marketing mix is widely considered one of the most fundamental frameworks in the marketing discipline. So what are the marketing mix and 4 Ps? How can we use them to analyze or design a company's marketing strategy? In this video, I will discuss these questions with you. Section 1. 4 Ps of marketing. The 4 Ps of marketing are the key factors that are involved in the marketing of a good or service. They are the product, price, place, and promotion of a good or service. So let us discuss each of them individually. First P, product. Product refers to a good or service that a company offers to customers. Ideally, a product should fulfill existing consumer demand. Or a product may be so compelling that consumers believe they need to have it and it creates new demand. To be successful, marketers need to understand the life cycle of a product, and business executives need to have a plan for dealing with products at every stage of their life cycle. The type of product also partially dictates how much businesses can charge for it, where they should place it, and how they should promote it in the marketplace. Many of the most successful products have been the first in their category. For example, Apple was the first to create a touchscreen smartphone that could play music, browse the internet, and make phone calls. In 2021, Apple hit the milestone of selling 2 billion iPhones. Second P, price. Price is the cost consumers pay for a product. Marketers must link the price to the product's real and perceived value, but they also must consider supply costs, seasonal discounts, and competitors' prices. In some cases, business executives may raise the price to give the product the appearance of being a luxury. Alternatively, they may lower the price so more consumers can try the product. Marketers also need to determine when and if discounting is appropriate. A discount can sometimes draw in more customers, but it can also give the impression that the product is less exclusive or less of a luxury compared to when it was priced higher. For example, in 2017, Burberry, the upmarket British fashion label, destroyed unsold clothes, accessories, and perfumes worth £28.6 million to protect its brand. The reason they are doing this is so that the market is not flooded with discounts. Burberry doesn't want its products to get into the hands of anyone who can sell them at a discount and devalue the brand. Luxury firms including Burberry destroy unwanted items to prevent them from being stolen or sold cheaply. Third P, place. Place refers to where a company should sell a product and how to deliver the product to the market. The goal of business executives is always to get their products in front of the consumers that are the most likely to buy them. In some cases, this may refer to placing a product in certain stores, but it also refers to the product's placement on a specific store's display. In other cases, placement may refer to the act of including a product on television shows, in films, or on web pages to garner attention for the product. For example, the 1995 movie GoldenEye was the 17th installment in the James Bond movie franchise. It was the first Bond movie not to feature an Aston Martin car. Instead, the British actor Pierce Brosnan got into a Z3 by BMW. Although the Z3 was not released until months after the film had left theaters, BMW received 9,000 orders for the car the month after the movie opened. Fourth P, promotion. Promotion includes advertising, public relations, and promotional strategy. The goal of promoting a product is to reveal to consumers why they need it and why they should pay a certain price for it. Marketers tend to tie promotion and placement elements together so they can reach their core audiences. For example, to build a prestigious brand image in sports goods, Nike has contracted a large number of professional and celebrity athletes. Some of the sportsmen signed by Nike include Michael Jordan, LeBron James, and Tiger Woods. In addition, to further increase its product's awareness, Nike manufactures and provides kit uniforms for a wide range of teams around the world. Some of the most important clubs and associations Nike sponsored include National Football League, NFL, National Basketball Association, NBA, Major League Baseball, MLB, and Brazil national football team. Section 2. Starbucks Corporation's 4 Ps. Starbucks Corporation is an American multinational chain of coffee houses and roastery reserves headquartered in Seattle, Washington. It is the world's largest coffee. As of 2021, The company had more than 30,000 stores in 80 countries. Starbucks is one of the most recognizable brands in the world. Their brand recognition has reached epic heights thanks to the strength of their marketing and their commitment to keeping their brand consistent. Here, I would like to use the 4PS framework to analyze Starbucks' marketing success. First, products. The main categories of Starbucks products include coffee, tea, baked goods, frappuccinos, smoothies, and other merchandise. Starbucks Coffee Company's product is a result of years of business innovation. For example, the company added the Frappuccino line after it acquired the Coffee Connection in 1994. The business also has an ongoing product innovation process that aims to offer new products to attract and keep more customers, especially because the business must attract a diverse population of customers in the international market. Thus, beverages, foods, and merchandise are carefully selected and designed to meet the needs or preferences of target consumers worldwide. Second, place. Initially, Starbucks sold its products solely through coffeehouses. Starbucks coffeehouses always boast about creating the third place. The idea of creating that third place is to build a warm and welcoming place outside of homes and workspaces where people connect and build community. Besides coffeehouses, some of Starbucks merchandise items are available through selected retailers such as Walmart, Target, Costco, and Sam's Club. In addition, Starbucks also create mobile apps that allow customers to place their orders online so they could get their food and drinks more conveniently. All these efforts show how Starbucks adapts to changing times, technologies, and market conditions. Third, promotions. Starbucks uses diverse platforms and channels to promote its brand and launch new products, including social media, TV spots, and store ads. For example, recent business research found that customers are 2.4 times more likely to perceive user-created content as authentic compared to content generated by brands. Therefore, Starbucks encourage their customers to take photos of their Starbucks beverages and coffee shops and upload them on social networks to exchange information on deals, referrals, and other Starbucks relevant events. Starbucks retweets these and utilizes them in campaigns. Their capitalization on social media allows them to establish brand ambassadors for both men and women. That boosts trust between the brand and potential customers, motivating higher sales. Fourth, price. Starbucks uses a premium pricing strategy. Its pricing strategy takes advantage of the behavioral tendency of consumers to purchase more expensive products based on the perceived correlation between high price and high value. Starbucks coffee products are more expensive than most competing products, such as McDonald's Premium Roast. Through this pricing strategy, Starbucks maintains its high-end specialty image. Still, the company strives to develop and provide high-quality products and a satisfactory customer experience in its coffeehouses. This part of the marketing mix directly relates to Starbucks Corporation's generic competitive strategy in helping the business maintain its premium brand image. Alright, that's all for today's topic. So, what do you think about the marketing mix and the 4Ps framework? Please leave your thoughts. Hello everyone.
Okay, so marketing mix and that example of this one, but of course the current scenario of Starbucks is a little bit different because I think they also has a big pressure and $30 billion market value drop, and the new CEO has been brought in. The previous CEO couldn't manage. Former CEO that also there's the things happening. But anyway, for your lecture level and that example is okay. But what if you are a current reader of or study of companies, Starbucks currently changing the pricing and all changing because it was a high price. I think that there was a lot of suggestion, criticism. If you remember the first lecture I showed you, the American consumers are not going out for dinner or something, and they are trying to make internal. So I gave you, so that's the market happening internationally. So then Starbucks also trying to adjust their pricing, not a buy premium. Of course, they are reduced because they lost a lot of market, a lot of customers. So if you take it, I think $4 plus dollars. So that means in Sri Lankan rupees, more than 1,200 rupees, one coffee. Okay, so expensive, but of course they provide as a third place. You would have seen Cargill should have borrowed on your way home, right? The same theme they would have borrowed. I don't know, is the initiation. Cargill say on your way home, no? So that is also indirectly the third place. So this is how that you brand your product for managing, because you are one internal. So any question on that example in the video? Oh, you all are getting 100% understanding. Hello. Are you all there?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Okay, right, good. Okay, so that I just gave a clarification that currently I think even Starbucks is changing the price. Okay, so club, so that is all same thing just for reading purpose. I don't need to read. Okay, adapting 4Bs for the global market is a crucial success. So that if you know that now I told you, if you want to this one, you may be able to see from the Google what is the current status of Starbucks. There's a lot of changes. CEO has been changed. Their strategy changing. Okay, one size fit for all. So that is the different, right? Cuts announces and economic condition, consumer procurement very significantly. So you have to understand that. Be carefully considering the each element. The 4B is controlled by you. It's an internal factor, right? Making a necessary adjustment to company. So that same example now Starbucks is doing for their product pricing. Okay, no change in the prior product. Maybe they would have changed someday the volume. Okay, so that we don't see, someday if you have a coffee, you don't need to eat the lunch. I don't know. Right? The size you can. But in Sri Lanka, if you take a Nescafe, I don't know, around 200, how much, I don't know. Right? So that is very small. But if you take it, Starbucks is huge. So maybe they are the product adaptation, not the size, not the product adaptation, the size, the consumption, that the volume. I think that's something going on. So as a marketer, if you are this one, you can go back to detail. So this is a practical example of marketing mix locally and internationally. So hope you all understand. If not, you are free to ask. If you don't ask, I assume that you all understood very well. Okay. So now we talk about 4Ps. Then you should know what is a product, what are the content or elements of product. The term product is refers to the intangible. So you have to see, okay, not a service, okay, intangible item or service that is created, developed, and made available sale, consumption in the market. Well, that's the product. Okay. Definition: the product is a versatile term encompassing tangible product and all this. It can be both service or the physical product. Innovative idea that created, developed, and offered for sale, use or consumption in the market. It encompasses wide range of items from physical consumer goods to intangible digital content like software and other things. Okay, if you take a ERP software, Oracle or a ZAP is internationally known for the high-end, expensive software or ERP software, right? There are a lot of other softwares, but these two are known for it. Okay, Oracle from America, ERP ZAP is from Germany, is a Europe. Okay, both are the leading ERP softwares in the world. So the enterprise resource planning. So people buy it. It's overpricing, very expensive. Over $30 million, 30 or 35, if I remember right. Of course, now they were going to user base and other things, the price would have been less. So, but you have to commit before you make a decision. So definition there. 5 product level by Philip Kotler, is our marketing guru. He has said product level known as productivity, product hierarchy offer that okay. The core product, so core benefit, generic product, expected product, and occupant. So that what are the things? 5 levels of product. So this is Philip Kotler. I not now. Then he was writing maybe 30, 40 years back, maybe even 50 years back. He was writing about that. Still we are studying. Okay. So listen to this Philip Kotler 5 level product.
Hi, I'm Yashika, here to tell you
So I
about
will
the
keep a
product
5 minute
levels.
break.
So,
We'll start 10:50.
okay.
Thank you.
Ishika, what are these 5 levels? About the product levels. So, Ishika, what are these 5 levels? Hi, I'm Yashika, here to tell you about the product levels. So, Ishika, what are these 5 levels? Let's take an example of airline industry, ma'am, to understand the product levels. What is the core purpose of using airlines, Ishika? I use it for travel or transport, ma'am. Core level. This is the first product level, which means the service or benefit the customer is buying. That is, the purpose for which the product is intended. It answers the question of what is the buyer really buying. Example, travel is the core benefit in airline industry. What else do you see in airlines in addition to core benefits, Ishika? Ma'am, I feel it is the safest and fastest means of transport. Generic level. This is the second level of product, which means those characteristics which are necessary for a product to function. Example, safety is a generic level in airlines. What are your expectations, Ishika, when you travel in a flight? I expect comfortable seats, greeting from air hostess, on-time arrival and departure, clean washroom. Expected level. It means all the benefits a customer expects to get when they purchase the product. For example, comfortable seats in a flight. What else can airline provide to make it different from its competitors, Ishika? They can provide free meal, no charge for extra baggage. Augmented level. It means the additional factors that helps product differentiate the product from its competitors. For example, no charge for extra baggage in flights. What changes can airline industry undergo in future, Ishika? It can provide free pickup and drop service. Potential level. It refers to the transformation that a product may undergo in future to satisfy its customers. 5 product levels are core benefit, basic product, expected product, augmented product and potential product.
So now you have got idea
Thank
about
you.
5 level of product with the one product with the example. So you should be able to explain in the exam point examination time as well. So that is the product also explained here. So please remember it would be helpful for the exam as well. So it's a other the comparison.
Hello and welcome to marketing91.com. In this video, we are going to cover the topic on product levels. Let's start with the introduction. A product is a bunch of features and customer benefits. According to Philip Kotler, a marketer must consider 5 levels of a product, which are first, core product, next, basic product, third, expected product, fourth, augmented product, and fifth, potential product. The 5 product levels comprise a customer value hierarchy. Let's look at each of these stages briefly. Starting with the first one, core product. The core product is the very purpose behind the existence of the hotel service. Example, in this case, is rest and sleep. Next, basic product. It refers to how a marketer translates the core benefit into a service package. Example here could be the hotel room, bed, bathroom, towels and Wi-Fi. Next, expected product. It refers to the set of qualities customers normally expect while buying a service. So in case of a hotel, it would be the clean bed, fresh towels, 24/7 coffee shop, swimming pool, spa, and smartphone key entry. Moving further, smartphone as the key has become an expected benefit. Smartphone as the key can surely no longer be deemed an experimental or early stage technology after showing presence for almost a decade in the market. It was first launched in 2010 when IHG tested with an early version at many Holiday Inns. Moving further, over 1800 Marriott hotels extended mobile keys as a part of their digital guest experience. Hello and welcome to marketing91.com. Example in this case could be number 1, underwater hotels. The Conrad Maldives Ringali Island transmitted from a charging mat to smart mirrors. If you've liked, thank you and see you in the next video.
One is more than enough. Okay. For 5 level, I have put it clearly. So explained in detail with the product, who benefit, generic product, expected product, documented and potential. Like the potentially they can pick from the home to this one. So that full example, that video is more than enough to understand the 5 level of product. So exam purpose, it would be helpful. Okay. What is product? Design, features, quality, branding, packaging. Okay. Culture differentiate. Okay. Global marketing products, where to see that. Okay. So you had to that product readiness, and we all discussed. So that now relate here, because we can't do it at one day. So when you're ready, now you have to relate to the previous lectures as well. Culture different. So you had to see the readiness. Okay. Component of copy design to the product design, feature quality, branding, packaging, support product life cycle, where you have status of your product life cycle, right? And warranty and service and pro. So I'm not talking about product life cycle. So hope you would have learned it already in your marketing management. And product variation. Okay. So global market must flexible enough to modify the attributes of the product in order to adapt to legal and economic, political and technological climate need for the local. So you should understand this. So now here I have put this one. So in yellow, just to read. Okay. According to ETC Development Canada. Okay, POPI formula for each new market crucial for global success. So that is just a note for you. What is price in the global market? We are talking about global marketing, not local marketing. You all know, right? OP products is a manufacturing cost, market condition, competition, each target market. A company to determine optimal pricing strategy to attract customers while ensuring profitability. Okay. So, and you had this might involve adapting price to local purchasing power, like the Japan, Domino is upscale. So the high purchasing power is very high. And you see, they call Krekia population, they're very high. And they have enough assets and the money. So they'll spend it. So in case, right? So that your target market is those same, then you have to price it at high. Okay, so that's one Domino's video. Please go back and check it. The key concern for pricing global market is the cost factor, market condition. So what is the competitive design? Competitive analysis. So you have to do it. Pricing strategy. Okay, what's the price is cost plus, so whatever that benefit or something. Currency exchange rate. Okay, people you say if you convert the Matrola price into dollar, then you know what is the local price currency value, right? They call peak macro something. Okay, cultural differences, legal and regulatory info. So these are the things you have to do in the pricing. Whether you have a price control. Okay, so now in Sri Lanka you see some time the standard bread and other things. Okay, so then they are avoiding that. Okay, that so you how to manage the even legal requirement. Okay, the bread is bread, but when you put the bread to the cut pieces, then it becomes something else. Okay, so then you can say slice. So slice, so then that you may be able to avoid the price control. Or sometimes some bakery give bread cut and give normal bread, they cut and give a free of charge to make you to come. That's a promotion or the potential product of it. So the same bread, some places they cut and give free of charge. I don't know whether you all have experience. I have, right? So that you have to see that, and then they bring roast bread. The different. Or even though government in Sri Lanka itself, government price is there for one pound of bread or something, but that bakery people can, I don't say manipulate. They have a different way of doing it. So roast bread, this is 50 rupees or something. Again, their sizes are different. So government cannot control it. Okay, unless they standardize roast bread this one, slice bread this. I don't know whether that's over there. They are announced 1 pound of bread as a normal person. So otherwise one you like it as a choice, no? So they are targeting different. So you should understand. Same thing in the foreign country. Okay. The drivers of foreign market pricing is customer, who is your customer, the segment, consumer, competition, and channel of distribution. So if you are, people are buying through what you call Uber or something, or Sri Lankan concern Big Me. So then they don't worry much about that because they are instead of coming by three-wheeler or their car, the cost. So they will consider that. I don't know how much is the charge comparison, but lot of things. Okay, so you should see why this person is these customers buying through online. Why is the cost or the benefit or the convenience? So you have to see before doing the pricing. Okay, that's why call in the heading itself global marketing and business analytics. So you have to do analysis. So national marketing strategy in global business.
The mother bird feeds its two babies, and below comes the good food, good life slogan. Nestle is the largest health, nutrition, and fitness company in the world. It is worth 303 billion US dollars and has a strong customer loyalty. By market capitalization, it is the 22nd most valuable company in the world. Nestle's marketing strategy has helped the company meet the wants of its customers and their families all over the world, making it easier for them to live healthier lives. Learn how Nestle markets its products and you'll stand out in the market. Learnings from Nestle marketing strategies. By looking at Nestle's marketing plan, you can learn 10 important marketing techniques. 1. Use multiple price strategies to appeal to all customers. The goal of Nestle's marketing plan is to make their products cheap enough for most people to buy. If you look at any Nestle product, like a Kit Kat or Maggie, you'll see that there are different ways to package them. So, Nestle speaks to everyone because it goes after different income groups. People who live alone or don't have much money love its small packs. Nestle's numbers show that a big part of its income comes from its drinks, especially its expensive Nescafe. Key point: choose a strategy with multiple prices to reach a bigger audience and be available to everyone. With fixed market prices, you make a lot of sales but don't make much money. But with premium goods, you get a high return, but you also keep the low sales risk. Find a good mix between pricing based on value and pricing that is competitive to stay in business. 2. A variety FMCG business, where there is a lot of tough competition, it can be hard to succeed. Nestle has been smart about staying in business by offering a wide range of products. Nestle products. For example, when a dangerous ingredient was found in Maggie, we tried a lot of different things and added a lot of new goods to its line. The company smartly introduces horizontal variation in products whenever it hits a wall. 3. The product mix strategy attracts customers who care about costs. A product mix approach helps Nestle make the most of its wide range of products. It often has deals like buy one, get one free, special offers, discounts, deals, and giveaways. Bundle deals are a great way to introduce a new product or sell things that don't sell as well on their own. Bundle deals are sometimes used as part of Nestle's marketing plan, usually around the holidays. Note, with a product mix plan, you can make your low-growth products stand out and make your high-end products look like they are affordable. 4. Set consistent goals. Nestle has been successful for more than 150 years because it has a clear idea of what it wants to do. The company stays true to its original goal, which was called Good Food, Food Life. Henry Nestle looked into why so many babies were dying in the 1800s and came up with baby formula that had more nutrients. When women started going to work, Nestle made ready-to-eat meals. Even now, the brand tries to solve everyday problems in the home and make life better. The main thing to remember is that a strong dedication to goals gives you an advantage in the market. People will be more likely to stick with your brand if your message is clear and you solve their problems. 5. If you have a lot of products, try product-driven advertising. Even though many brands like to focus on the customer, Nestle's marketing approach is mostly focused on the products it sells.
For example, Nestle's Kit Kat ads are not just for people of a certain age. The brand advertises the product as a light snack, and demographics are rarely used to make the ads more personal. Note, brands in the fast-moving consumer goods, FMCG, industry must choose advertising that focuses on their products if they want to get the word out about their wide range of goods. Can you now answer this question? How does Nestle use product-driven advertising to promote its products, and why is this approach beneficial for the company? Let's write your answers in the comment section. 6. Localize your products. Nestle is good at adapting its items to the markets where they are sold. For example, in Japan, the business sells candies that taste like coffee. Since most Japanese people drink tea, Nestle made these treats so that kids could get used to the taste of coffee. Later, it came out with Nescafé and Kit Kat, which were very popular. Today, Japan has more than 300 kinds of Kit Kat. Nestle also makes its goods more familiar to Indians by making Maggi Atta noodles, Maggi noodles without garlic and onion, and Maggi special masala. Localization is an important part of a business's strategy because it makes sure that a bigger range of customers are happy. 7. Keep your brand's value up by keeping your brand's image the same. The value of a brand goes up when its name is easy to remember. Nestle has a very strong brand value because it puts a lot of thought into the quality of its products and how they look in their packaging. Kit Kat has always been linked to the color red. In the 1990s, the company tried to make the color blue, but it didn't work. They made it the traditional red. Brand equity helps you get customers to stick with you and gives you a competitive edge by giving you a unique personality. 8. Co-branding comes with profit. You must have heard of things like Android Kit Kat and espresso capsules, right? Co-branding is also part of Nestle's marketing plan when it is needed. Nestle and Google work together to make Android Kit Kat, which is an operating system. The business was in trouble because of a pet product, but this move took the attention away from the problem. Nestle and Starbucks recently started working together to make new products. They worked together to bring Starbucks Nespresso capsules to market. If your brand gets stuck, look for companies whose goods go well with yours and choose co-branding promotions. It's a great way to reach out to more people. 9. Promote sustainability to create a mark. Nestle's marketing plan includes special steps to make the company more sustainable and reduce its carbon impact. Nestle recently said that it wants to use recycled plastics that are safe for food. It also wants to put more than $700 million into making Nescafé coffee in a way that is good for the environment. It decided to fight against the cutting down of trees. Nestle's work on climate change. So, consistent work has made Nestle a sustainable name that is known all over the world. It was praised for its efforts by the UN Global Compact. Being sustainable leaves a good impression on your business. The actions help you take on your fair share of ethical duty while slowly turning the minds of people who care about the environment toward your brand. 10. Digital marketing is a world of success. Each of Nestle's brands has a YouTube page with good videos. It has helpful how-to movies, cooking tips, reviews of products, and much more. It got up to 571,000 followers to its Mary Maggie page. Video content is a big part of Nestle's marketing plan. It also has other ways to share information, such as the Nestle Child Nutrition page, which is designed for search engines. Nestle also uses Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook in a regular way. It runs campaigns and posts pictures and videos that get people's attention. It also gets help from the celebrity community. To market your business, use the power of digital channels. It's a great way to keep your customers interested and help them in other ways than just selling
So
goods.
that you would have given how Nestle is collaborating with others like Starbucks. Okay, so there was a 7 billion deal, huh? Okay, so they added and do that, and I don't want to go beyond that. And I'm skipping the next video. The time difficult. Okay, so global pricing. So there's a format. Okay, export price escalation, inflation, currency, all you have to see that. Okay, adaptation is the key. So by careful considering the factors, so the pricing you have to import. Okay, so that currency movement, transfer pricing. Okay, transfer pricing you have to learn it in your accounting. If not, I can't teach. so that when you have two subsidiaries, say Sri Lanka can get from India, there's a called transfer pricing. But of course, in Sri Lanka, there's accounting standard and they have to follow it up. Okay, so they can't do any hidden this one. So that but that you have to see the price. Okay, what the price they can sell it, what the price they can transfer, whether it's worth or something like that. Of course, for them, instead of setting up a factory here, they can do that particular new product comes or something like okay. So pricing strategy discrimination. So that is based on the elasticity. So I am not going to discuss that. You can do it. Okay. iPhone, BlackBerry. iPhone, the BlackBerry went out of the market. Okay. So that for example. So I'm not going to teach. But if you are interested, you can see the pricing mistake and the innovation and all created a loss out of the market. The next BlackBerry, but it's one of the safest product in the world, and it use all American American what you call government department use all this. Okay. Pricing strategy. So multi-point pricing. So that of course it's not a promotion. We discussed cultural sensitivity. I told, and we discussed in detail in the production. So then I'm not going to do the best this one. Okay. Key aspect of the promotion global is the cultural sensitivity. Like I said, when you're using Nike had a problem, so you have to be very careful. Language translation, localization. So that is why earlier I used to share with you all. If you take a Maliban tea biscuit, the Arabic also printed. Just for that is a local requirement. They had to read it. The language, Arabic also, most of them instruction printed on the packing. Building brand awareness. So that is okay. Public relation and adapting different media consumption habits. Okay. Leveraging local influencers, so that if you are advertising in different country, you may not be able to use always imitating that one may not be working. Okay, so promotion is the key aspect, cultural and that details there. Okay, so this is about how do you mix marketing mix. Example, cola, how Coca-Cola does it. So you can read watch this video.
Hello everyone, welcome to Business School 101. Marketing mix is a general phrase used to describe the different kinds of choices organizations have to make during the process of bringing a product or service to market. A marketing mix often refers to the 4 Ps: product, price, placement, and promotion. It was first expressed in 1960 by Dr. Edmund
Meet
Jerome
your pizza
MacArthur,
party
an
or your favorite burger and fries, or you may be on a romantic movie date. All of these events are incomplete without this product. From the World Wars to the Great Depression, or the recent move by Ronaldo to promote water over any other carbonated drinks, the brand has seen it all. Yes, today's video is about the most iconic brand in the beverage industry, Coca-Cola. Coke went from selling 9 drinks a day in the first year to 1.9 billion drinks a day in year 2021. The main factor behind the success of this brand can be attributed to the marketing mix of Coca-Cola. The marketing mix of a brand refers to the set of actions or strategies a company uses to promote itself in the market. It's traditionally focused on 4 Ps: product, price, place, and promotion. And in today's video, let's decode the marketing mixes of Coca-Cola. Let's start with the first and the foremost P of the marketing mix: product. Now it's important to understand that irrespective of the industry you are in, the product mix is the most important factor. Because if you don't have the right product, all the other P's in the marketing mix are irrelevant. When it comes to Coca-Cola, the company has an extensive portfolio of 500 plus brands under which they offer 3000 plus beverages. The company's leading product, Coca-Cola, is one of the most valuable and popular brands globally. Apart from this, the lime flavored Sprite is also in demand amongst various age groups. And its classic orange flavored drink Fanta is the company's second oldest product. Not only this, with the changing time, the needs of customers have changed. People are becoming more health conscious and looking for healthy drinks. To tackle this problem, Coke has come out with many sugar-free and low-calorie drinks like Coke Zero and Diet Coke. So with a wide variety of products, options available in various quantities and different flavors, Coke's product mix is one of the best in the market. Coming to another very important aspect of marketing mix, the price. In developing countries like India, price plays a very important role as customers are highly price sensitive. Beverage market is an oligopoly market wherein there are many customers and a limited number of producers, giving them an upper hand. If we look at it from an Indian point of view, Coke gets its major competition from Pepsi. So the pricing strategy used by both these brands is almost similar. But at the same time, Coke has to keep in mind it doesn't charge its product too high because customers are highly price sensitive, and not to charge it so low that people doubt about the quality of the product. Moving ahead, the next P in the marketing mix is the place factor. Looking at the great success of Coca-Cola, we can see that it has its presence throughout the world. When Coke came to the Indian market, they studied it very well and they understood that the potential customers are not only present in supermarkets and grocery stores but also at pawn shops, movie theaters, college canteens, and many such places. Coke is present in more than 200 countries, and the main reason behind the success of this brand is its unique business model, wherein the focus is on aggressive. Coke can also be seen both into trading. This is because of the brilliant marketing mix of Coca-Cola. If you like the video, do hit the like button.
So now we discussed about that, and now you know the how Coke does it. I have put a video, so that's more than enough. This is can make it difficult. So communication, well, they are talking about, and the pricing is almost same. Two competitors like Pepsi and Coca-Cola. So now you understand here. That can make it difficult because of the communication, cultural barriers, okay, country origin effect. Because now that has gone out, okay, source of effect, country origin effect, okay, noise level to the amount of message competing. So how your competitor is communicating. So these are the things. Push versus pull strategy. I'm not going to this, but anyway, for your knowledge, you would have learned, and you are how you would learn in your study marketing management. Channel length, how quick to the marketer. Are you dealing with there are intermediate, common intermediate? If intermediate is there, the cost is there, no? Right? So you would have learned your strategy, your operation management, removing non-added value process like that. All should happen. So that's the one. Okay. Push-pull strategy, push-pull mix strategy, global strategy. So it's all not I'm going to discuss, but for your knowledge. Okay. So the place.